Alright, hey everybody. I'm going to take my shot at doing a Wat Mission video. It's not too hard. I do have my Geonosians are well prepared, but essentially what you want to do in the first phase, start off with the Hailfire droid and target either the sharpshooter or a clone sergeant. The lower your bugs are, the more you're going to want to do the clone sergeant first. So you target one, and your ability block, your goal is really to spread the ability block around to everybody. So we want to spread it onto at least everybody that's dangerous. So I've got it on the two guys that do a ton of damage, and now I'm going to use this little poke on sharpshooter. One shot him, that's nice. And let's ability block the medic so he does not revive him. And now, let's ability block this guy so he doesn't taunt. Maybe. Alright, we got him. And now, ability block, and you have to watch. You have to be careful. It has expired on the this clone sergeant because he took a turn. So let's, well, we tried to reapply it, but we killed him. So that works too. So yeah, basically, your goal with bugs in this mission should be to keep everyone ability blocked or dead. Either one works, obviously. So, boom, we got this guy. And really, for the first three phases, they're not hard. It's the last one that can be tricky. So, oh yeah, if you have Shock T, you obviously need to kill her first. She's annoying. She gives the clones retribution. So what you want to do is get the tenacity down on Shock T, and at your next opportunity, use Sunfac's Spiteful Strike. What this does is gives her daze, so she doesn't counterattack you a bunch of times and make your life hard. And once you've got that, let's put some ability block on the sharpshooter so he doesn't expose everyone. Let's do that. All right, that took care of her. Now, if your spy doesn't do that much damage, of course, just try to slowly pick away at Shock T. But I've got rid of her. Now I'm going to put ability block on Jedi Vanguard because he also has an AoE. And I'm now going to ability block Medic because I don't want him to revive. And you can pretty much ignore Eth Koth. He doesn't do much. So whatever. So let's focus on everybody else first. Keep him from doing ability block. And now that they're both ability blocked, Vanguard and Medic, let's attack Medic and try to kill him. And he doesn't have ability block, but that's okay. Alright, so yeah, now I'm very lazy, so I'm just going to put it on auto basic until the next phase. Let's ability block him just for the heck of it. There we go. All right. Ability block. If you haven't caught it, that's the key here. That's how you use bugs in this territory battle. You just control them and don't let them use big abilities. Okay, so now we've got Windu in phase 3. So if he puts Shatter Point on somebody and then hits them again, then he's going to kill them. So you want to get rid of Mace as quick as possible, but he's honestly not as important to ability block first as the Rotary Blaster Cannon clone, the Sergeant, and the Sharpshooter. Mace Windu's special ability doesn't do much, as it's just that you don't want him to hit you with Shatter Point. So don't prioritize him with the ability block over these other two guys. Get rid of them. You may want to get rid of Mace with your Geonosian spy attack, but it can work either way. So here, and another thing is Geonosians have 2 cleanse attacks or cleanse abilities. They can get rid of the Shatter Point pretty easily. So it's not a huge deal unless somebody on the other team calls Mace Windu to assist. And even then, if it's Brute, you can just bring him back. But we're going to cleanse this off of Brute. So we're good. Also, if you use an ability that calls an assist explicitly, like Geonosian Soldier's ability, I always, if I need to make sure somebody gets ability blocked, I do Poggle the Lesser because his basic is the one that does the ability block. If I want to do damage, I hit Geonosian Brute because he does the most damage out of all of them, in my opinion. So, it looks like we're pretty set. Knocking him out. Let's do auto basic now because I'm lazy. All right. Turn off the auto basic. All right. So here, the hardest version of this, I think, is what we got right here. Good. The Clone Commander's rough terrain ability here reduces everybody's speed on the whole playing field to 150, and you can't change it. So you basically want to kill him really quickly, but it's not any use right now attacking him first because his special ability doesn't do a whole lot. Well, actually it does. It gives everybody turn meter. So whether you ability block him or him first, Commander, Arc Trooper, or Sergeant, doesn't matter much. Let's go for the Clone Commander. Let's start with the Hailfire droid. I saved it for this phase. After using it in phase 1. Alright, that was a good choice. Now let's use his lookout ability, and we got ability block on the Arc Trooper, so now let's jab the Clone Sergeant, see if we can ability block him. We could not. Now here's where I was saying, if you really need to get an ability block out, and you have an ability that calls an assist, do it with Poggle the Lesser, so he attacks twice. Gives you double the chance to ability block. He didn't do it either time just then. Sometimes it happens. That's okay. Let's just go ahead and get rid of him since he's so low health. Alright, so now, okay, we're not doing too bad, but there might come a point where, okay, actually, this is a good example. So you see how the turn meter on Geonosian Brood Alpha, Geonosian Spy, and Sunfac is low? Okay, if you have a point where they're all low and your enemies like Clone Commander, Arc Trooper have high turn meter and they have their abilities ready that would daze you and all that, if you have the Brute standing still, use this. So save Droid Factory for a moment where the enemy turn meter is full and yours is almost empty, and then use Droid Factory. It gives you 50% turn meter, dispels all enemy buffs, and if you have Brute here, it won't actually summon the droid, but it just gives you a turn meter boost. See, now I can go ahead and take a few more turns, keep these guys under control, and we're going to be set. So we'll keep Arc Trooper ability blocked and kill the Clone Commander ASAP. So I don't have Brute to call to assist, so we'll do Spy. And we got it. Alright. So we are golden here. And so now I'm just going to throw it on auto and watch the magic happen. So not too bad. Keep everybody ability blocked. Use your Hailfire droid first in the last phase, and if you're at a point where your enemy looks like they're about to take 3 or 4 turns and wreck you, use that droid ability and get you some turn meter so you can stay on top of the game. All right.